Hey everybody, JCB here at the Awesomist. You're watching the Awesomist Vlogs. I recently went to Six Flags Magic Mountain for Fright Fest. Fright Fest is a Halloween celebration Six Flags puts on every year in October. In addition to a complete overhaul of the park's aesthetics to a much spookier theme, punctuated by scare zones that are spread out across the park also runs most of its big roller coasters and thrill rides in the dark. I have to say, it's pretty fun to ride Goliath in the dark, and when you're at the top of the lift hill, look down and see the track just disappear into the fog. That is quite a new experience that I definitely recommend. So just went on X2 at night in the dark. Definitely recommend that, lots of fun. But the real draw of Fright Fest has to be the mazes, which are individual haunted house type attractions that each have their own unique theme. Going on the first maze of the night, Red's Revenge. Red's Revenge is a Little Red Riding Hood themed maze with an emphasis on wolves and a forest aesthetic. Other mazes include Willoughby's Resurrection, which is an updated version of last year's maze that blew compressed air up my butthole. That's not a joke, that actually happened while this photo was being taken. There's also Willoughby's Garden of Darkness, which unfortunately we didn't get a chance to check out while we were there this time. Then there is Vault 666. This maze is designed to look like a genetics laboratory that was splicing the DNA of humans and animals. Spoiler alert, bad idea. Chupacabra uses the old alternate entrance to the Revolution and is based on the urban legends of the Chupacabra, a creature that mutilates cattle and kills unsuspecting people. Next up is Toys of Terror, a maze that is more trippy than it is scary, unless you're terrified of clowns. They give you some 3D glasses to wear and the entire inside is painted in trippy colors that mess with your eyes. Everything seems to jump out at you, but the end of this maze alone is worth the wait in line. In fact, I would love to show you video of it, but not only are cameras and phones banned inside the mazes, but filming it would kind of ruin the experience as well. Then there is Aftermath 2, Chaos. This is an update / sequel to last year's maze, which was located inside the now demolished Gotham Theater, which is of course the site of the new Justice League ride that they're building. This maze has sort of a 28 Days vibe as you walk through the aftermath of what appears to be a zombie outbreak. It makes great use of the fog machines scattered throughout the park, and don't be surprised if you find yourself separated from the rest of your group. This year, the park added the Suicide Squad scare zone to the DC universe. I was hoping they'd have a Suicide Squad maze, but they don't. And I should probably mention at this point that the mazes, unlike Knott's Scary Farm, are not included with the price of admission. You have to buy a separate maze wristband, which grants you access to all of the mazes. And there are, of course, 2 different types of wristbands, the price of which fluctuate the closer you get to Halloween. And the actual express wristband, which gets you in quite a bit faster than the normal wristband, costs about $15 on top of whatever the standard price is that day. Without the wristband, you can still ride all of the rides in the dark and visit all of the scare zones. In these areas, costume characters will try to startle and scare you. As I said, they added a Suicide Squad scare zone, but it mostly just features photo opportunities. The photo opportunities include a chance to pose with the Joker, but it's the Suicide Squad Joker, or what Movie Bob calls Florida Joker. Still, he does a good job. There's also a spot where Harley Quinn appears in her cage and swings on her silk hammock thing while people take photos. But she wasn't there when I went by and wasn't scheduled to show up for a few hours. So the Suicide Squad zone is as disappointing as the movie was. And now I'm separated from my group. That's fun. Riddlers, okay. Found him. There are a lot of scare zones spread all over the park, and the costume characters for the most part do a great job. There were a few we saw that broke character, which was really disappointing, and one in particular was really annoying as she'd run up to scare people and then start laughing, and then go talk to who I assume is her supervisor. It got so bad that at one point my entire group was wondering if she actually worked there, or if she was just a friend of an employee who kind of wanted to join in. So there are still lots of safe areas you can go, like the Carnival Games section back there, where you won't be hassled by the costume characters if you're scared. By the way, during the day, Looney Tune Land is transformed into kind of a Halloween wonderland for kids, but it does close down as it gets dark and all the scary people start to come out, so make sure you take your kids home at that point. The park does a great job of making the place look spooky, or at the very least interesting to look at. Ooh, spooky clown. Ooh, spooky merry-go-round. Ooh, spooky bumper cars. Spooky candy shop. Spooky gold rusher. Really, it's not all that scary, but it is a lot of fun. We are basically done for the evening. Gotta head back. Had a good time though. Might come back again before the end of the Halloween season, yes?
Yes.
If you get the chance, I highly recommend you check out Fright Fest at Six Flags Magic Mountain, but if you do, be sure to get that Express Maze wristband. I don't think we waited more than 5 minutes to go into a maze. The lines for the rides are predictably long, but if you get the Express Maze Pass, you can at least experience all the mazes before the night is over, and probably have enough time left to wait in a few hour-long ride lines. The atmosphere and costume characters alone make it worth the trip. So that was my trip to Fright Fest. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as that does help me out a lot. I of course release new videos every week, so until next time, keep being awesome. The casino tour also gave us free admission to the Catalina Museum, which just so happened to be having an exhibit on Betty Page.
I would have made one sexy chick.